Hi, I'm Liz Schrum for the Wisconsin Technology Council, here with WisBusiness.com, the show. Just ahead, Tom Still talks about Wisconsin's efforts to help veteran entrepreneurs. And Steve O'Brien of Noble Applications discusses how software apps are helping businesses far beyond tech companies. And now, here are this week's tech metrics. These snapshots of key indicators in the Wisconsin economy are developed by the Wisconsin Technology Council for its policy and news reports. And now, here's Tom Still with his Inside Wisconsin commentary.
The greatest generation that won World War II wasn't just great because of what they did while in uniform. When they returned from military service, they also sparked a peacetime economic boom that still echoes today. Nearly half of World War II veterans who came home in the 1940s started their own businesses. Today, veterans returning from the Middle East and other deployments in a still dangerous world are aiming for a startup boom of their own. That's why the Tech Council and the UW Small Business Development Centers have partnered with Bunker Labs, a national group with ties to Wisconsin, to help returning vets find their place in the business world. It's a project supported by the State Department of Veterans Affairs. The Muster Across Wisconsin project began with a March 27 kickoff in Waukesha during the Wisconsin Tech Summit and continued April 19 in La Crosse, where Logistics Health founder Don Weber, a Marine Corps veteran, talked about his experiences in starting 10 companies over time. Today, Logistics Health has nearly 2,100 workers and has sparked the renaissance of downtown La Crosse. About 25% of post-9/11 vets would like to start their own business based on national surveys, but only a quarter of them have the resources to do so. With tens of thousands of military veterans set to re-enter the workforce, making their own job is an option for many. Nearly 90% of the veterans who responded to a Bunker Labs survey said they would like to use their GI Bill benefit to start a small business. Nearly 95% said they would complete an entrepreneurial training program to do so. It's a natural fit for many. Most veterans are disciplined, accustomed to hard work and long hours, trained to perform under pressure, and equipped with specific skills that usually translate well to the private sector. Perhaps that is why veterans own 9% of businesses in America, according to U.S. Census Bureau and Kauffman Foundation figures. Veteran-owned businesses also generate $1.2 trillion in receipts and employ 5.8 million workers. Not every returning veteran will be the next Don Weber, but many have earned the chance to try. At a time when Wisconsin needs as many startups and talented workers as it can find, returning veterans will provide part of the solution. Join us May 24th at Lambeau Field in Green Bay for the next Muster Across Wisconsin.
We're back with Steve O'Brien, CEO of Noble Applications, a software applications developer. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you, Liz. Thanks for having me.
Noble Applications is based in Madison and builds software apps for businesses in many sectors. What are some examples of sectors in the Wisconsin economy that are making greater use of apps?
It's a really, really good question because we are in a unique position in Wisconsin where we sort of lead the charge with advanced manufacturing, agriculture, healthcare, information technology, and life sciences. So we consider ourselves to be fortunate to partner with local companies to innovate in those industries, especially with connected devices. We have an engineering partner, i3 Product Development, and through connected devices, or the Internet of Things, as it's often called, we're really innovating with healthcare and agriculture especially. So for farmers, they need to manage their planting cycle, how to apply pesticides and fertilizers on their field. And we're automating that process while the crops are in the field. They need to send samples to the lab. So we're automating that process. with connected platforms and devices. And then even when they harvest, we're developing systems and have implemented systems that automate the distribution from the farms to processing plants. With healthcare, it's pretty amazing how through the use of connected devices and mobile app platforms, we're able to turn remote monitoring of patients post-operatively and post-diagnosis into a reality, right here in Wisconsin.
Let's talk about trends. What does the future hold for app development?
We had the digital disruption period where, it kind of started with the dot-com boom, and then there's a lot of mobile app platforms. There's still a lot of legs with connected devices. We kind of look at it as, Pokemon Go is pretty cool, but how are we going to use connected devices and the mobile app platforms and the new devices that are coming out to kind of bring value into people's real lives? So with connected devices, things like virtual reality headsets, we expect there to be more legs. And then, the other thing is the smartphone's a pretty good form factor, but, if you have Google Home in your house or Alexa, you're already using a voice user interface. And what do you do when you get out of the home? So we're sort of interested in what people are going to be doing for 3D virtual reality headsets, what's going to be happening with car operating systems, and how are all of the platforms for all these different devices going to be integrated so that wherever you are, you're connected to your devices and your platforms.
You're on the steering committee for the 15th Annual Wisconsin Entrepreneurs Conference, June 6th to 7th. Why should people attend that conference?
That's a really great question. It's one that's near and dear to my heart because I grew up in Wisconsin, and I'm really proud of everything that we've accomplished here with industry and our national reputation for having a great work ethic, et cetera. I think people should attend the Entrepreneurs Conference because they can learn how to start up a company and be an effective business here for how the economy is going to work in the future. So you have your panel discussions where you have people with an outside perspective and what they've done in Silicon Valley or in Massachusetts or in Minnesota. And they've also started up companies here. So you can learn what to do and maybe even more importantly, what not to do at the conference. You have panel discussions where people really get into teaching entrepreneurs how to source an investor, how to work with an investor, what investors are looking for, how to start up, how to grow, and how to succeed. And for me, it's really important that we develop this community and we share knowledge with each other because I'm raising a daughter in Wisconsin, and I want her to be just as proud of what we're doing today as I am of what Wisconsin has done in the past.
Thanks, Steve, and thank you for watching this edition of WisBusiness.com, the show. The show is produced by the Wisconsin Technology Council and WisBusiness.com and sponsored by UW-Milwaukee and Exact Sciences. Visit our websites to read and learn more. I'm Liz Schrum of Talent Foot Executive Search. See you next time.